You are standing on a sidewalk staring at an electric scooter that just dumped you on the pavement, and your knee is throbbing while your brain is asking one weird question. Who actually owns this thing, and why does that matter more than the bruise? Shared devices like scooters and bikes are not owned by the rider, they are owned by a company, and that company hands you a digital contract the second you tap I agree without reading a single word. That tiny click is basically you shaking hands with a lawyer you have never met. Here is the twist nobody expects. The sidewalk itself has rules too, set by your city, and those rules decide where these devices are even allowed to sit or roll. If a city ordinance says scooters must be parked upright in a designated zone and one is lying sideways like a tripped landmine, that ordinance becomes evidence. Municipal ordinances are basically the neighborhood's rulebook, written by your local government, covering things like speed limits, sidewalk riding, and where companies can drop off their fleet. When a company ignores that rulebook, they are not just breaking the local law, they are handing an injury lawyer a golden thread to pull on. Now let us talk about the rental agreement, the document you scrolled past faster than a movie's terms and conditions. Buried inside is often a phrase called a liability waiver, which basically tries to convince you that you agreed to be responsible for your own bad luck. Here's the plain truth though, a company cannot always hide behind a waiver if their own negligence caused the crash, like a busted brake or a wheel that was already wobbling before you touched it. Courts often look at whether the company still had a duty to keep their equipment safe, waiver or not. Think of it like a video game with two difficulty settings, one where the city sets the map rules and one where the company sets the player rules. An injury claim often lives in the messy overlap where both rule sets get compared side by side. A lot of people assume renting something automatically means the company is fully off the hook for anything that happens. That is a myth, roughly the size of a scooter with a flat tire, because negligence, faulty maintenance, and ignored city rules can still make a company responsible. History gives us a fun parallel here. Back in the 1880s, bicycle companies faced lawsuits when brakes failed, and cities started passing safety rules in response. Fast forward to today, and scooters are just the newest character in the same old safety story wearing a slightly cooler outfit. Data from several major cities shows thousands of scooter and bike-related injuries every year, with head injuries being one of the most common complaints doctors see. That number matters because it pushes cities to write stricter ordinances, which then shapes what future injury claims can even argue. Community pushback also plays a bigger role than people realize, because when residents complain about scooters blocking sidewalks or wheelchairs, cities respond with new laws. Every new law becomes another brick in the wall that either protects riders or protects companies, depending on how it is written. Here is where doubt sneaks in for a lot of injured riders. They think signing an app agreement means they have zero rights left to fight for. In reality, an experienced injury lawyer knows how to compare the rental agreement against the city ordinance to find where the company's excuse falls apart. Preparation matters more than people expect, meaning taking photos of the device, the street, and any visible damage right after the incident. That evidence becomes the bridge between it was just an accident and this was actually preventable. The rational move is never to guess your way through medical bills and confusing contracts alone, because these cases often hinge on details most people never think to check. A good lawyer reads the fine print like a detective reads a crime scene. Calm, careful, and always asking why. So next time you see one of those scooters parked like it is auditioning for a stunt double role, remember, there is a whole invisible web of city rules and rental fine print standing behind it. If you want to learn more about how our company handles cases just like this, check out our links in the description.